It's never too early to start thinking about athletes to keep an eye on before they make an impact in Paris, as the next Summer Olympics will take place just 2 years from now. Here's a list of 10 athletes or teams from the United States who did not win gold medals at the Tokyo Olympics, but have a chance to do so in 2024. Erriyon Knighton, track and field. Following their disappointing performance in Tokyo, the male sprinters representing the United States might use a new Jesse Owens or Carl Lewis. Still, they're more than likely to be satisfied with a Maurice Green or Justin Gatlin Light. Knighton, who's only 17, might be the perfect candidate. This past summer, during the United States trials held in Eugene, he ran the 200 meters at 19.84 seconds, which was so fast that he broke the under 18 and under 20 world records. His record at the 100 is only 10:16, so he has some work. At the Olympics in Tokyo, Knighton made history by becoming the youngest male athlete to represent the United States in the sport of track and field, since the legendary miler Jim Ryan in 1964. In the Olympic final, Knighton ran the 100 meters in a timing of 19.93 seconds, which was good enough for 4th place. However, he has a bright future ahead of him, and his team could use it now. Gabby Thomas, track and field. It's not so much that Thomas is a young pup, she's at her sprinting peak at the age of 24. But think of the amount of weight that Thomas will be able to release from her shoulders if she makes it to Paris at the age of 27. In this competition, Thomas took home a bronze medal in the 200-meter run and a silver medal in the 4x100-meter relay. She succeeded in doing so even though an MRI performed earlier in the year revealed a tumor on her liver. Cancer forced her to miss some of her training, but it turned out harmless in the end. In addition to that, she's pursuing a master's degree in epidemiology and is majoring in neuroscience at Harvard. Everyone is. Imagine how well she'll do once she no longer has to spend her time reading and working on her baton skills instead. Jagger Eaton, skateboarding. In 2012, when he made his debut at the X Games, Eaton was widely regarded as the sport's up-and-coming star in the vert skating category. In 2013, he was profiled in Esquire magazine, a long time before he began winning medals at the X Games, in a sport that had not yet been included on the Olympic schedule. The sport in question was skateboarding. At the age of 15, when he had his show on Nickelodeon, where he did tricks on his skateboard alongside other celebrities from all walks of life, he already had a dozen sponsors. Now that he's almost 20, which makes him a senior citizen in the realm of X Games and street skateboarding, he's already accomplished a lot. Eaton competed in the men's street events at the Olympics in Tokyo and earned the bronze medal. He intends to compete in the event again in Paris. When that day comes, he'll be a seasoned veteran of the stairs, rails, curbs, and walls that received formal Olympic status in 2020. Brody Malone, gymnastics. On his official website, Brody Malone boasts that he's on the verge of becoming a household name. Realistically speaking, it's difficult for a male gymnast to reach a lot of households in the United States these days, especially when his female counterpart Simone Biles has been flipping around for the past decade. Still, at 21, Malone will lead a new generation of US men into Paris. Following a successful collegiate career at Stanford, Malone dominated the domestic scene in 2021, winning the all-around title at the United States trials. He finished in 10th place in the overall competition in Tokyo and 4th on the high bar. The United States men's gymnastics team has never taken home more than one medal in a team event, and that was a silver in 2004 at an Olympics event that was not boycotted. Malone is a reasonably versatile gymnast, having won at least one national title at either the junior or senior level or the NCAA level on 5 of the 6 apparatuses. In the competitions he's not yet won, he's finished in 2nd place on the still rings 4 times. Women's soccer team. The women's teams from the United States had an exceptional performance at the Olympics in Tokyo, winning gold medals in basketball, volleyball, and water polo, while also taking home a silver medal in softball. The United States women's soccer team, typically held up as the gold standard for achievement in sports that include national teams, settled for 3rd place. This is not so much an individual athlete to keep an eye on as it is the maturation of a new generation. Although players such as Carly Lloyd, 39, Alex Morgan, 32, and Megan Rapinoe, 36, have done an outstanding job for the team over the years, it's time for a new leadership group to emerge on one of the country's best national teams in any sport. The United States won the bronze medal in Tokyo, which included a lackluster 3-0 loss in the opening game against Sweden. Lindsey Horan is capable of playing in the front line. However, she excels most when playing in the attacking midfielder position. Additionally, Horan was a member of the Rio squad in 2016. Tierna Davidson, who plays center back, made her Olympic debut in Tokyo at 22 and is expected to be a mainstay for many years. Katerina Macario, a midfielder and striker for this team who was not included in this squad despite her star potential, is 21 years old. Colin Duffy, sport climbing. The return of sport climbing to the Olympics in Paris should provide Colin Duffy with 3 additional years to determine whether or not he can shave. Duffy does not appear to be any older than 17 years old, but his skill at solving a Rubik's Cube demonstrates that he's adept with his hands. Duffy's career goals include becoming an engineer. That ought to work out well for him as the sport continues to garner more and more attention from the general public. In the combined final, Duffy finished in the 7th position, while his colleague Nathaniel Coleman, also 24, won the silver medal. Duffy is 24 years old. Before the final round of qualifying, Duffy had been the highest placing American athlete, having finished 3rd overall. Kate Nye, weightlifting. The Michigan native, only 22 years old, was the 2nd youngest weightlifting team member, but that didn't stop her from winning a silver medal at the 76-kilogram class. This was the team's best result at an Olympics competition since Tara Knott won a gold medal in the 48-kilogram category in 2000. In 2016, Sarah Robles was again awarded the bronze medal. In Tokyo, Nye lifted a total of 249 kilograms or 549 pounds, which is approximately 3 times her weight, 111 kilograms or 245 pounds in the snatch, and 138 kilograms or 304 pounds in the clean and jerk. She started in gymnastics, eventually reaching level 9, and was only a few levels away from becoming an elite athlete. In March, Nye decided to transfer coaches and began training with Spencer Arnold at the Georgia facility known as Power and Grace Performance. 2 years ago, Nye received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, but she can keep the condition under adequate control. Katie Grimes, swimming. Katie Ledecky bestowed the nickname Katie Squared to Grimes, who was 15 years old after Grimes finished in 2nd place to Ledecky in the 800 meters at the Olympic trials in June. Ledecky initially considered Grimes the future of distance swimming in the United States, but then she replied, "Heck, sure, I mean, you're the now. You are here and now." There is some significance attached to the name. When Ledecky began her Olympic career 2 Olympic cycles ago, she surpassed Kate Ziegler. The latter was the most accomplished distance swimmer in the country. In Tokyo, Grimes finished the 800-meter freestyle race in 4th place, just 1 second behind Ledecky, who topped the medal stand. "When I was younger, I always thought it was quite cool that we share the same names," Grimes added. Alex Walsh, swimming. The young lady, who's only 20 years old, swam a personal best of 2 minutes and 8.65 seconds to place 2nd in the 200-meter individual medley in Tokyo. Walsh is one of the squad swimmers with the most versatility. As the native of Nashville prepares to head back to the University of Virginia, where she assisted the Cavaliers in winning their first NCAA overall women's title in 2021, she must now decide which swimming event she'll compete in while she's there. She has competed in the freestyle relay and the backstroke at the Pan American Games, and she's also competed in the breaststroke at the National Championships. It was only because Yui Ohashi of Japan ran a better race than Walsh that she did not finish on top of the podium in Tokyo, but she'll get there eventually. Clark Dean, rowing. The U.S. rowing team needs some talented oarsmen and women to lead a new era after a poor performance that saw the entire crew leave without an Olympic medal for the first time in more than a century. Dean is just 21. In 2017 and 2018, the Harvard student won the Single Sculls World Junior Championship. In the coxless fours again to the 2016 World Juniors, he also took home bronze. Casey Galvanek, Dean's former coach in Sarasota, refers to Dean as the team's next hero, someone who is just going to become stronger. In the coming years, Dean might switch back to the singles or, as he did in 2021, take over as the long-term stroke of the 8s or the 4s. We've gotten to the end of this video. Kindly leave your thoughts for us in the comments section below. We hope to see you in our next video. Bye!